This is another Israel, I would say. So fruits are all over.
This is Mbere South constituency.
Mbere South.
But specifically where we are, this is called Mavuria 1. And the farm is in Rurie.
Okay.
The climate here is hot. These apples we have been doing them organically. We have not been using any synthetic materials, the chemicals, in terms of chemicals and fertilizers. If you came into this land when flowers were forming, the entire of this portion was whitish. And we were even worried if what would happen if all these flowers forms and berries.
Quite a number.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 fruits in just a single branch.
We don't have a problem with waterlogging in this area. If you look at our land,
it's gently sloping.
Yeah, it's gently sloping.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. One thing I realized with apples, it does not tolerate waterlogging. We tried last year, but we realized it's like we are attracting the pests from outside and bringing them into the farm with the name of killing them. But before, if for example you place a trap in the middle of the farm, you attract a pest which is away from your farm to come to that trap. Before it reaches to that trap, it will have maybe spoiled,
encountered with several fruits. Right now we are struggling with the local market. Let me see the local markets because of one thing. We have not identified ourselves as apple farmers, you know, because not so many farmers who have embraced this type of farming. Apples
is a crop which can do very well in most of the climatic conditions which we have in our country here in Kenya. Every farmer is a potential apple farmer.
Yeah. Hello my fellow farmers, this is Charles once again from Wachamu Green Growers Limited. Today we have visited another client who we started this journey like 3 years ago, and we have planted apples in phases. So this should be our third time visiting him. So I also want you to see what he is doing in the farm. So let's walk, join me, we go visit the farm, we see how the apples are doing, and I get to, you know, we are linking him with the market. This is his lucky day, whereby we'll be linking him with the market. So let's just visit the farm. We get to know what he's doing. Maybe there's an advice we need to give him, and at what stage his apples are. So the market is there, so let's just walk. And I can see he's doing a very nice irrigation. What a huge tank. Wow, this one can accommodate several cubic meters of liters of waters. It is interesting. So let's just get to see what he's doing in the farm, and of course we link him with the markets, and if there is any advice we need to give him, we give him today. Yeah, so twende kazi. Wow, so let's get tuingie kwa hii boma, we get to see what the owner is doing. You can see he's doing maize, and of course this is a good sign to tell you that he's also into tomatoes. Very nice irrigation system. Huyu shida ya maji hana, so let's just get there. We get to see this our mkulima, what he's doing in the farm. Cows zinakaa smart. Beans, I can see he's doing beans. Wow, interesting. Water is not a problem. Eh? In this house, water is not an issue from the look of things. I can see passion fruits. I don't expect the owner to be in the house at this time of the hour. So let's just go direct to the farm, because of course that's the only place he could be. So we get there. Wow, what a farm. This is so encouraging. In fact, I remember the last time I was here, these seedlings were very tiny. Because I've had 2 visits, and now this is the 3rd visit now. The first visit was when we were delivering these seedlings, and now there is the second time, the one that I was doing follow-up on how they are doing. Now this is the 3rd time, actually the 3rd time, and wow. This farmer is doing a commendable job. Why didn't you want to invest in this? Tupige hii biashara faster. So this is one of our clients. I'm yet to meet him. He's in the farm. I just want to give you a quick, just a quick intro of how we started this journey. We have done 1,000 pieces of apple seedlings in this piece of land, and let me tell you, the results are as what you can see. I don't know whether they are good or not. It's that one will be yours to say, But as for me, a place like this one, which is a semi-arid area, this is a commendable job. He has really done it so well. We will have to engage him so that he gets to tell us, is he not getting limitations when it comes to climate? Because this place is a semi-arid area, and you can see he has been able to achieve what you're seeing here. This is another Israel, I would say. So fruits are all over. So you just make your order for the fruits. And if you need to farm, if you feel like you are so inspired to do these apples, we have seedlings. You can also be our next client mwenye tuna visit. So consider having these apples, even if it's not for commercial, because I can see he's doing commercial farming. This is a commercial farming. This is a very serious farmer. If you also want to do the domestic one for domestic use, even if they are 10, even if they are 20, even if they are 30, 100, whichever amount of seedlings you need, just feel free to order. And we are going to follow up on what you are doing, all the activities that you are involved in this apple farming. It will be a journey, and we are going to take you through. So feel free. Let's get to the farm, and we meet the owner so that he gets to tell us what he is doing that maybe most of the farmers are not doing. So wacha tuingie huko, we get to know. So let's move around. Hello, Mr. Evans,
Yes,
vipi?
Bwana Charles.
Salama sana. Yes,
Yes, karibu.
Asante sana. Thank you so much for welcoming us here.
Yes.
I can see you are doing a very nice job, and we really needed to know what is this that you're doing that other farmers are not doing. So you just tell us your names, because I only know you by Mr. Evans, and also you'll tell us the area we are in, so that we get to know where we are. And yes,
Bwana Charles, karibu sana kwa
thank you.
Our farm. I will start by my name.
Okay.
My name is Evans Kimanthi. And you are in Embu County.
Okay.
To start with, this is Mbere South constituency.
Mbere South.
But specifically where we are, this is called Mavuria 1, and the farm is in Rurie.
Okay.
Rurie is in Mavuria. This is just a village. The other side is another village. We are in a different village. We have two different what do you call them? The Nyumba Kumi initiative program. We are one. This side is different from that other side.
Okay.
But the most important thing is what you are doing here. And I've been motivated by a few things to do this crop.
Okay.
The apples. Simply because in Mbere we have one advantage.
Okay.
And it's a few people who have been able to realize our soils are volcano soils. And the only thing that we lack is water.
Okay.
But since we have been able to manage to draw our water from Gitaru Dam, which is 1.2 kilometers away from here.
Okay.
I decided why not try the apples. Since a volcano soil does all the types of crops.
All the types of crops.
All the types of crops can do very well.
Yes.
Including the grapes and all those other things that we call the new crops that are coming in Kenya. So that is what has really motivated me to do the apples. Yes. Otherwise, karibu sana. And very much welcome.
Thank you. We feel appreciated. We feel welcomed.
Yes.
So I can see your apples have attained their original color, and is it because of the climate, or what has transpired to this?
There are few contributing factors to this achievement. Number one is the soil. The soil structures on this land is very good. If you don't tamper with it that much, you'll be able to get what you want. We do minimum tillage. So that we don't do a lot of interference with the soil structures, because if we tend to do them
till all the time you are there,
they will be carried away by the water when the rains comes. The other thing that has contributed to this this fruit and becoming this color on this size is the weather. I think you can hear you are in a totally different climate at this hour
from the ones that we are used to.
So that's another thing. The climate here is hot. Then number two, the what do you call it? I will just go back to the soil structures. We don't have a problem with waterlogging in this area. If you look at our land,
it's gently sloping.
It's gently sloping. So that's one thing. One thing I realized with apples, it does not tolerate waterlogging. So that's another thing that's a contributing to us getting these types of fruits. Yes.
Okay. So how old are your trees? How old are your plants?
My plants are in three phases. Where we are standing, these trees are 2 years old.
2 years old.
Yes. If you look at those trees over there, they are taller. If just by the look, they are slightly taller than these ones. Those ones are 3 years. Then we have another
phase,
a third phase, which is 1 year and 3 months now.
1 year, 3 months.
1 year, 3 months.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, this is encouraging. If they are that age and they are fruiting this way,
yes,
then I feel encouraged, and I feel encouraging even other farmers to venture in this.
Yes.
So we have come with to at least bring now, because I can realize there was an issue with the market. So that's why we have come on board, so that we get to link you with the market. Really needed to get detailed information of what you've been using in the farm.
yes,
Maybe the water that you're using, also what you're spraying, if there is.
yes,
How are you growing your crops, you know. So we need to get to know which maybe chemicals, if there is, you just say it.
Yes.
If you're using chemicals, if you're using organic solutions, we get to know what you're using to achieve what you have here.
Okay, we really appreciate when we get a good market. Currently, we are a bit struggling because we are doing the local market. And you know, we are trying to introduce this crop to our clients here in Embu and maybe Varakanivi, our neighboring counties.
Okay.
And we would really appreciate if we get the market. For these apples.
Okay.
So I will start by saying that these apples, we have been doing them organically. We have not been using any synthetic materials, the chemicals, in terms of chemicals and fertilizers. We have never used those ones.
Okay.
We decided to go the organic way because before we had overhand about the export market. And when I read through about the requirement, what is required for you to qualify, and that is why I decided to go the organic way. So whatever we've been using on the soils is purely animal manure.
Okay.
So far we've not been able to do any compost, though we are in the process of trying to start that process of doing our own compost manure. But so far, whatever this crop has been defined on is purely animal manure that is on the root zone. We have only been able to apply the organic manure, that's the cows and the goats manure mixed.
Okay.
Then when these crops started flowering, we applied some organic manure.
Okay.
I will show you when we go to our store. We applied once. But so far, from that application, we only did one more application of the animal manure, but we have not done any other application on that soil.
Okay.
Above the root zone, we have also been spraying severally, but we have been using the organic products from Biovitam, which I will show you when we go to our stores.
Okay.
And another product from the same company where we bought the organic manure from. There's a product called the K-Tipper, which is organic. I will show you in our store.
Okay.
And so far, no any other product that we've been able to use. Yes.
So is there any challenge you are facing in the farm, and maybe you would want it to be tackled, or you're having an issue in the farm that maybe you would want us to come on board? Yes.
Yeah, challenges will always be there.
Sure.
Challenges will always be there. And I have a few maybe which I would like to highlight. Number one is on these fruits. If you look at a view, you will see them becoming kind of spotty. So we have a challenge when it comes to the pesticides. Now putting it in mind that these are the organic pesticides that we are using. we are not yet satisfied. Maybe if you can get some better, that would do better than this, you would appreciate. Because if you walk around the farm, you
realize that there are some that having these
yes, that have been affected by this the best, but it's not much. And our aim is to get the maximum from this farm. So if you can help us get something that is going to help us cap that, we will really
There's also
appreciate.
one client of ours who had the same issue.
Yes.
But we realize these are the fruit flies.
Yes.
That they normally sting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there are those bottles that we normally hang, the
Yes.
traps. You know them?
Actually, if you look around, we have one over there.
Okay.
We have also tried that, and we still need maybe something extra.
When did you hang them?
Those ones are
When already the fruits have already been formed, or
no, way before.
Way before.
Yes, we tried last year, but we realized it's like we are attracting the pests from outside, and bringing them into the farm with the name of killing them. But before, if for example you place a trap in the middle of the farm, you attract a pest which is away from your farm to come to that trap. Before it reaches to that trap, it will have maybe spoiled,
encountered with several fruits.
Yes. So we decided to put it aside.
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe I would urge you. Okay, it is good to go the minimum tillage way, but also maybe trying to slash these weeds just a bit, because now it becomes the host for these pests.
Yes.
So at least making it clean, even if you are not digging, like literally digging your land,
yes,
but ensuring that the land is a bit clean, even if there is weed, it shouldn't be this tall.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe sometimes you would find that these pests, normally when you attack them on the tree, they tend to look for alternative means. So they are going to look for a way to get into the weeds now to hide there. Then after the remedies that maybe you have sprayed or anything, then they tend to come back.
I see.
Yeah, so maybe consider slashing them a bit clean, to make the land a bit clean. Even if you're not going to literally dig the land, just ensure that even if there is weed, there should be a bit, because we also need a cover crop. Of course.
I know. I'm really sorry. Actually, you came to a farm when we are not parent. We have one. It's a challenge, but to the other end is an advantage. These soils are very fertile.
Yes.
We have a machine, the brush cutter, which used to trim these weeds. Unfortunately, it got broke down. And the spares kind of went missing. But in the course of the week, we have the entire shamba cleaned. The advantage with these soils, they are very fertile. So the moment we water our plant, the winds just comes up very quickly.
It makes sense.
So we have to keep on slashing each and every day. If we start slashing on this side, by the time we are done the entire shamba,
the other side has already
come back this other side. But we are working on that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, Mr. Evans, now that you are into apple farming, were you in any other venture that maybe you saw now you should consider having apples instead of that other crop, and what were your experiences in that field that now makes you think you are comfortable where you are now farming your apples, and what were your challenges? Yes. Okay,
before I came into apples, I've tried other farming.
Okay.
And if you look at this land, on that side, it's cleared.
Yeah.
We have been doing tomatoes, capsicum, the kales, spinach. And one thing I realized with especially the tomatoes, the capsicum and that family, it involved a lot of spraying.
Okay.
Number two, we went to application of organic manure alone cannot sustain you in the market.
May not work so well on you.
Yeah, you of course you get something, but you will not be able to compete with what is in the market. So we want to use the synthetic fertilizers, which in the long run has affected ourselves, because if you keep on applying the inorganic fertilizers, you will end up ruining your soil.
As well, sure.
If you do, for example, tomatoes in a particular piece of land, maybe twice, and you don't do intercropping, or you don't do alternative farming, you end up destroying yourselves. So that is one challenge I got with the apples. Then when it came to, I've also tried to do some cereals. Those ones, I know there are those farmers who have ventured into cereals, but these in our areas, the soil, the climatic conditions, and unless you have a very good system of water supply, you may not be able to work out very well. But when it came to apples, I don't find myself struggling when it comes to sourcing nutrition product for this crop, because it's a matter of going just in our immediate neighbors.
Yes,
I buy some manure, I come, I apply to this crop. Then nowadays, at least I'm thankful to the private sector and maybe the government who have come up with the organic product
remedies,
the remedies which are applying on the apples. So at least now I find some peace. I don't struggle a lot than as compared to when I was doing these other apparatus.
So how often do you manure your apples?
I do manuring after every 3 months.
After every 3 months. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
And there is one when these crops have already formed the berries, we cut it down to 2 months, so that the fruit, the fruit will have enough to feed from the soil.
Okay. So watering maybe.
If
you can
you
see you are using a very expensive.
We have our drip irrigation system, which I did myself.
Okay.
I'm an expert in other view, and I'm an agricultural engineer.
Wow. Okay.
So the irrigation I did myself, and we decided to do this system so that we minimize on labor. One person is able to manage the watering,
the whole piece of land.
The whole piece of land, which is about 2 acres.
Okay.
We don't need to come with hose pipes and sprinklers or whatever. It's just a matter of controlling the blocks, and the crop will be able to get enough water. But the watering has to be very slightly regular, especially when these crops have formed the berries. We do watering at least 3 times in a week. Now, considering these areas are slightly a bit hotter, we do thrice in a week. But during the normal growth of the plant, at least twice. Yes.
Wow.
Or once.
Okay.
If the climate allows, we do once.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. There is also another thing that we are campaigning for. We want our farmers not to spray these apples too much.
Yes.
And most of the farmers, you'll tell me whether you are facing the same problem. Like this whole plant can give you like 100% flowers. only to realize that it is only 50 or 40% of the flowers forms the fruits,
Yes.
or forms the berries.
Yes.
So are you facing the same problems? Because there are some other alternative means we are using to ensure that once your plant blooms,
Yes.
and you attain 100% flowers,
Yes.
at least you get around 90 or 80% of the flowers that were formed.
If you came into this land when flowers were forming, the entire of this portion was whitish. And we were even worried if
What would happen?
What would happen if all these flowers
Gives you fruits.
they form some berries. But down the line, we realized there was a quite a good percentage of flower ambition. So it's still a challenge. Though for our case, we got a bit relieved. We were scared when they flowered because the flowering was too much. But we realized there was a flower ambition. And I talked to my fellow farmers, and that question which you've asked me,
or it comes on board.
Yeah, it comes on board. You find a farmer telling you that my plant and flowers all over from the near the root zone upwards, there were flowers.
There were flowers.
But I only have one fruit at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
So it's a challenge. So for our case, we are comfortable. Yes, but the flowering was more than what you can see. It was more than this. Yes, so it's a challenge. Yes,
there's a variety we are giving to farmers.
Yes,
that intercrops this variety, and that variety is called the golden rosette. Once you are farming, it is good to identify now which crop is it that I'm farming. Because now farming apples is not just farming apples. One thing you need to consider, knowing which variety is it that I'm doing. Does it need a partner or a pollinator, to be specific? And if it doesn't, now it can do on its own, because there are other varieties that normally don't need pollinators. But this variety needs a pollinator, and that is why we are moving around, trying to teach farmers about it. There's a variety called the golden rosette.
Yes.
The fruits are golden. I would say they are yellowish. The fruits, they give yellowish fruits, and I'll give you the benefits of having a golden rosette in your farm. One thing,
yes,
the shape. Now you have told me that you have farmed capsicum.
Yes.
Is it not this? Is it this not the shape of a capsicum?
This is shape, the exact shape of
the exact shape of a capsicum.
Yes.
Let me even grab this one. The shape of a capsicum.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is not a marketable shape.
I see.
Yes. So that's why we have brought this teaching closer to the farmers. This one,
yes,
because you'd find others are, elongated. Let me use that name. Is the way they are having other funny shapes that they can't even be packaged.
I see.
You see? So, the need of having golden rosette, now that you don't have a problem with the flowering, abortion, and everything,
yes,
there is also an issue to do with the size and the shape of the fruit. Because now, when you intercrop that variety with Anna, the golden rosette with Anna, it manipulates the shape.
I see.
And now you get a round shape, like the ones we get in the market.
Yes.
A nice, well-round shape.
Yes.
There is a farmer, and we visited, and he had intercropped.
Yes.
His apples.
Yes.
You might even think it's a different variety from this one. Yes. Because they have a very nice shape.
Yes.
They are giving you a nice color.
Yes.
Also, production-wise is very high. Another thing I've realized.
Yes.
Shelf life. They also help in shelf life.
Yes.
They help in shelf life.
Yes.
So they are going to help you in shelf life, the shape,
yes,
and even the texture of this fruit. And texture will also affect the shelf life. If the texture is soft,
I see.
it affects the shelf life.
Yeah, okay.
You see? Higher. If we harden the texture, we are going to increase the shelf life. Also, the size.
Yes.
You'll be on market. If we are not making vinegar and we are not making maybe the crisps and those other products that we can get out of this.
Yes.
If we are selling to customers direct as the way they are.
Yes.
I wouldn't say there is a marketable shape.
Size and shape.
Size and shape.
Yes, I see.
No, just leave alone the size, because now we have realized the issue. It is, these fruits have
Beyond.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you needed to do some thinning, and that was never done. So we'll see how to go about that one. But when it comes to shape,
yes,
that is what we are so much into.
Okay, I see.
Yes. So that variety will be able to manipulate this one to form
the round shape.
The round shape. If you grow golden dorset alone in the same farm, you have the same problem.
Oh, I see.
You see? Because it doesn't have a pollinator.
Yes.
Golden dorset need this one, and this one needs
the
golden dorset. Yes. So that's why you are having an issue with the shelf life and also the shape. Yes, I think that one is understood. Also, for those farmers who are having a problem with the production,
yes,
when your plant lacks the pollination, or the pollination process doesn't go through, that is when you realize that all the flowers are aborting. Because it wasn't a success.
Yeah.
Also, premature ripening of fruits.
Yes.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah,
premature ripening of fruits.
Quite several.
And they drop.
Yes.
That is also another problem that golden dorset will do to you.
Okay.
Yes. So that is what you need to consider having in the farm.
Yes.
And you thank me later. Even if you plant them now, these ones. Right now they are 2 years.
Yes.
The good thing with the golden dorset is that they flower at the same time with Anna. Okay. So they flower at the same time.
Yes.
And therefore now pollinating your apples. So not that golden dorset will pollinate at a different stage and this one at a different. No, they are going to pollinate at the same time. At the same. Yeah. Okay. Right now we are struggling with the local market. Let me see the local markets because of one thing. We have not identified ourselves as apple farmers, because not so many farmers who have embraced this type of farming.
Yeah.
So maybe because they feel limited, they don't have enough information, or maybe they are feeling, maybe my soil, maybe my climate, maybe what. Yeah. What would you encourage such a farmer? Okay,
maybe what I would like to tell my fellow farmers who are the real farmers. Apples is a crop which can do very well in most of the climatic conditions which we have in our country here in Kenya. If, for example, you find yourselves in a place where you don't have a problem with the waterlogging, count yourself a potential farmer.
A potential apple farmer.
A potential apple farmer who can do well in apple farming. Because whatever these crops means is manuring. The manuring, you have to be strict on manuring. Number two, you have to be strict on how you till your land. If you keep on overturning the soils, your apples might not do very well.
There's a way you're affecting the soil structure.
The soil structures. Then the other thing I realized with this apple crop, the roots, it has we call them the fibrous roots. So the roots, most of the root does not tend to go downwards. majority of the roots, the finger roots,
they are fibrous,
are just near to the soil surface. So if you keep on interfering with your cells, with the soils, you find a challenge when it comes to apple farming. So every farmer is a potential farmer, especially in our region, because we don't have a problem with the water logging. Every farmer is a potential apple farmer in this area. So what you need to my fellow farmers need to know is that this crop just needs minimal disturbance, and you will be able to do very well. Yes.
Now I can see a potential millionaire here with us. Mr. Evans is from what I can see in his farm.
Yes.
This is someone who can make $1 million within a twinkle of an eye, just within a twinkle of an eye. Because right now he's doing 1,000 apples in this land, and if each apple like this one can produce up to, let's say, 200 pieces, 300 pieces.
Yes.
And you harvest 300 pieces in each tree. I don't know how much you'll be earning from there, because now that one I have to sit down and do some calculations. So despite the fact that we are looking for market, we are also trying to encourage farmers.
Yes.
So that even if when farmers come together, a lot will happen, and I know a lot will happen, and we will be grouped somewhere that we are potential apple farmers, and we do apple just like South Africa and those other countries. So only that we need to be unique in one way. We need to grow our apples in an organic way, and that is why we are so cautious when it comes to what you are feeding your apples with. So consider having that one, and that's why we always go to on the ground, so that we get to see which farmer is performing best, which one is performing poorly, so that we try to to push them. Yes. So I commend you for what you've been doing in the farm.
Thank you.
And I just want to move around and see what you're doing, and we get to see if there is any advice that we need to give you. We give you as we are carrying some fruits today. You go with us some few kilos.
Yes.
Others we are taking for sampling, and others we are going to for us to consume. We need to actually feel the texture of,
you need to feel the texture.
Yes, the sweetness of fruits in Embu.
Yes.
So you can just move around.
Yes.
And get to know what you're doing in the farm.
Okay, Sandy.
Thank you. So let's just move around.
Okay.
So as we move around the farm,
yes,
there's also a common problem that all our farmers are facing.
Yes.
Are you having issues with the birds? Are you having issues with the birds?
We having an issue with the birds, but for our case, we are not considering it as a problem in our case.
Okay.
One thing we believe is it's always good to have at least some do I call it respect to these creatures that God gave us. You see, when you were in a primary school, we used to learn of a certain band which used to help in pollinating. And
the nectar feeder.
The nectar feeder. So the bands usually come to our farm and we don't chase them away. And we have one belief that whatever that band will feed on was not meant for us. And due to maybe that belief, the bands became a little bit disciplined. So what they do, they come and maybe peck one apple. And if one band pecks one apple, and maybe the other bands come. They always feed on that.
The one that it has already been picked.
Yes. Until that fruit is fully exhausted before they go to the next fruit. And we don't have a lot of problem because they feed on one fruit in a day. They will not tamper with all the fruit. So through that, we don't actually. If you walk around, you will not see. For example, I don't think you have seen any crop. I mean, any fruit that has been eaten by the band. But if you look in, you will see. You will realize somewhere we end an apple somewhere, and we have like a string which is remaining. Those are the bands which are feeding on that.
On that stock.
On that,
initially there was a fruit.
Yeah, initially we had a fruit. So they are very disciplined. We allow them to feed on the fruit.
And again, we are told to feed these birds.
Yes. In any case, if you don't do the farming,
I discourage farmers who normally poison these birds.
Yes.
And by the way, let me tell you, when you're having birds in your farm, just know that you are a blessed person, because there are other farms that you wouldn't even fight those birds, because there are farmers who normally poison them, and you know.
Yes.
Yeah, so there is a way we need to coexist.
Yes.
Yeah, we feed them.
Yes.
They also, you have said, you have mentioned something to do with pollination, like the nectar feeders normally pollinate our fruits.
Yes.
Yeah, so just consider even feeding them. Even feeding them, we can do that.
Actually, we when there's too hot and maybe we have a seasonal river down here. If we don't, the water is completely exhausted. We put some watering point somewhere. We can maybe if it's a tap, we leave it and leaking some few drops, so that when the band comes,
they get somewhere to
get some water from. Yes, we do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so encouraging. I hope farmers, you have heard about that. So let's move around and get to see what.
So, when
yes, sir.
I have realized something I did not mention. We have a tree here. If you look at this tree, it is affected by some pests, and especially this season, where we ended between the month of February and March, this is a common problem that we usually have.
Okay.
So please try to give me some tips on how to work out this
one. Okay, these ones, these ones are called merybugs. And they are menace, I would say. They are menace, and there's a solution to give to them.
Yes.
I can also see there is some aphids as well.
Yes.
So, but the white things you see around them, the white, huge, you know, these are merybugs, and there will be a solution for that. We are going to give you remedies as we. Yes.
And appreciate if I get a remedy.
These are merybugs.
Really appreciate.
Yes. So it is one of the problem apple farmers are facing.
Yes.
Yes. So let's just move around. If there is anything else we need to, to discuss about.
So, Bwana Charles, now we finally landed to what I was telling you.
Yes.
We have a fruit that was being vended on by the bands. If you look at this fruit, the bands went on this fruit until this is what was left. After that, now they are feeding on this one.
On this other one.
You see? So until this one is exhausted,
They can't
they will
shift.
not even tamper with this. And
Uh-huh.
it's just immediate neighbor to this one.
This one.
They cannot tamper with this one. So
It's very funny because I've seen there are quite a number of fruits here.
yes,
But they focused on one.
one,
Just one.
yes, and they never even touched not even a single one until this one was
Is exhausted.
So that is the kind of discipline that has made us love these bands. They are part of us now in this process.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That is encouraging.
Yeah.
So birds should not be an issue.
Yeah, that should
to
not
a
be
farmer,
an
to any farmer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So that's also a very important point to note. There's something I needed to talk about. You see how these branches are loaded
Yes.
with the fruits?
Yes.
Hey, zinamwagika. You see how loaded they are?
Yeah.
This is the kind of production we need in each and every branch.
Yes.
Hey, zinamwagika.
Overripe.
These ones have overripe. So this is what each and every farmer should achieve.
Yes.
Yes. So you see,
Has
quite a number.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 fruits in just a single branch. Eh?
Yeah.
Heavily loaded fruits
Yeah.
or
So,
trees.
yeah. One thing I also realized with this crop, it does not easily break.
It doesn't.
It's a very handy plant. It does not easily break.
There's also a farmer I was trying to explain, because I used to find him now, because now this one is loaded with fruits.
Yes.
Now he tends to support it with other branches.
With other branches.
Now exposing them
Yeah,
to the
to the sunburns.
sunburns.
Yes.
So I told him and I tried to explain to him
Yes.
that this branch cannot hold fruits that it can't
Yeah.
be able to, it can't bear fruits that it can't be able to, to hold.
Yeah.
So even if you let it hang
Yes.
like this one,
Yes.
it will never break.
I
It will never break. You see now this one,
Yes.
it is so loaded.
Yeah, it is
So loaded. This one has almost over 20 fruits.
Yeah, there are so many.
So many of them within a single branch.
Yeah.
So let's just campaign and tell these farmers they are not limited in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's something I would like to share with you, Wanachao. We are thinking of how we can eliminate or minimize the weeding, and they are planning to do some lemongrass.
Or lemongrass.
We do them in between the rows, so that we minimize this kind of winds we are having. Because I learned the lemongrass has some advantages when it comes to pest. They do repair some of the most notorious pests when you plant them
In between.
So I don't know whether we are in the right track.
You know the
or
funny
we are
thing,
missing the point.
Mr. Evans.
Yes.
That one I've learned it today. I've seen lemongrass all over.
Yes.
But I've never known that. They normally repel these pests.
Yes.
That one is something that I've learned today.
Yes.
So
Actually,
consider having them,
yes.
just to ensure that you are making maximum utilization of this land.
Exactly.
Instead of now leaving all these bushes and they also be hosts to most of the pests.
Exactly.
So instead of leaving the land like the way it is,
Yes.
I would encourage you to do the lemon.
I see.
Yes, do the lemongrass.
Yes.
And it will help you in one way or another. Yes.
So that's what we are planning to do. Immediately we get the fruits out, we will venture into that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So hey, this one now looks a bit young.
Yeah, these are the ones which are 2 years old.
2 years old, eh?
Yeah, where I came from, they are 3 years.
They are 3 years.
Below them, the one and 1 year 2 months.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, wow. So, why are those at the far end looks malnutrited? Are they,
Actually,
an issue there?
There is an issue with the ground. That place is a bit rocky, a bit little rocky. There are some kind of stones. They are found in the river, which are lying in that portion. We are trying to find a way of eliminating them,
okay.
so that at least they catch up. Those trees catch up with these ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. 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 We are learning something.
Yeah. Another thing, since I've been with this crop for the 3 years, I've learned something with the apples. They are able to communicate when they need something.
When they need something.
For example, if you look at a view of these trees on this side, they are trying to shed off the leaves.
The leaves.
That is a sign of number one, that the crop needs water. So they are trying to communicate to us. They are telling us we water them.
There's inadequate moisture.
They always communicate. And in the process, we still learn something. If you don't stress this crop, especially when you are nearing the flowering period,
stage,
they does not flower. So we do some kind of stressing through withdrawing the regular watering. If you are doing it 3 times a week or 2 times, you start doing it once. Until we start, they start forming some flowers. Another way of stressing them is tipping. Actually, if we have not been doing the tipping is the cutting of the top, the top part of the crop. These trees would be so tall, but through that tipping, we have been able to manage that height. But our problem was not with the height, but to stress them so that they flower. Yes.
And also trying to create more bush, more branches, make it bushy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
So those are some of the things that they have taught us themselves.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So this one is dwarf.
Yes.
It's good to note that they are tall and they are dwarf varieties in the same piece of land.
Yeah,
You can also see this one.
Yeah.
Heavily loaded.
Yeah, they are.
And it's a very dwarf variety.
Dwarf but fully loaded.
Fully loaded.
And that's a very big fruit, some good fruits.
But they have a very nice size. Very good size.
The shape is trying to form some roundish. It was trying to make.
Now you see, when you intercrop, they will give you very nice shape.
Yes.
Very nice shape. Very appealing shape.
Yes.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just consider having just a few to pollinate.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's a good venture. This one is a good venture. Even the climate wise, it's favoring you.
Yeah.
In a bigger way.
Yeah.
Hey, this one too.
Yeah.
Just look at that. This one is almost 5 kilos. But I'm holding in a single branch. 5 kilos. Hey, he's in a nini.
This is another one.
Hey, look at this.
The size of the plant and the number of fruits.
Just look at this.
Just a single branch.
From a single branch. Like this one. This one is having more than 30. More than 30. But we'll ensure that we get market for all of these fruits.
I will.
Actually, the harvesting is so satisfying, and I want to comment on something. If I'm not going to come on the ground to harvest these apples myself, so harvest the ones that have not, that are overripe. We want the ones that are in the middle. They are not too ripened, they are also not too raw. So and also harvest the ones with these stalks. You see these stalks, okay, for shelf life purposes. Otherwise, when you remove this one, you are going to injure this fruit and you are going to lower the shelf life. So harvest the ones with this stalk for shelf life purposes. So I just felt I need to comment on that, because there are other farmers who are just packing even this stock. So just make sure it has a stock on it for shelf life purposes. Please consider having that one. So we also take another video next time where we deliver these apples, so that at your own time you can deliver them yourself. So we don't have to necessarily engage us, but we are going to connect all the farmers with the market. All the farmers must be connected with the market. So thank you, Mr. Evans, for even welcoming us here. So we don't take it for granted. There are so many other homes that maybe would have visited, but we just decided to come to you, and you just embraced us with your two arms. So we do appreciate that. And maybe unless you have something to tell, maybe our company, or maybe farmers who are out there would want to, you just tell them something, a word of maybe encouragement, as we wind up.
Okay, thank you so much, Bwana Charles. First of all, I want to appreciate for your coming.
Okay.
We are really
thank you.
happy. You chose us. I know we are not the only apple farmers.
Yes.
But you decided to come to our place. That alone, I'm so glad that you came to visit our farm.
Yes.
And so we are looking forward to working with you people, because we are not stopping from here.
Yes.
Once we become one, and you accept to work with us, for us we are ready to work with you people.
Okay.
We are ready. So it's up to you now to hold our hands.
Yes, sure.
We'll give you the fruits which you want. Any size you want, provided it is within the workable limits.
Yes.
We'll do it for you.
Yes.
For you people. And I also want to encourage the upcoming apple farmers. We have a group in Embu, which you call it the Embu apple growers. And people are many who are willing. And actually there are people even who are organizing for a farm visit to come to see what you are doing.
What you're doing. Okay.
So be assured that if it's the fruit that which you want, in Embu we are ready. And I want to encourage those people who have that passion, or that who want to be part of us. I want to tell them to feel encouraged and come and join us.
Yes.
So that we work together.
Yes.
It's doable. From what you can see, it's doable.
Okay.
And thank you for coming.
We really appreciate.
From here, I think we'll work with you people.
Okay.
Asante sana.
Okay.
Yes.
Nimeshukuru.
Yes.
Now, thank you so much. You've heard from Mr. Evans, and there are so many farmers who feel limited, who feel discouraged, and at least you can have, you've had a word of hope. We have tried to encourage you, and so it is high time now you wake up. We visit your land, we get to see what you're doing. If there's any remedies that that is needed, we give you. but you need to do apples. Of course, now you need to do apples because the market is there, and we are moving around, trying to bring all the farmers together so that we provide the market for these apples. So if anything, you need anything or to order anything, maybe you want to order seedlings, you want to you want us to have a farm visit, just call us on +254 716 189 961, and we are going to deliver. We are going to come to your farm. We get to see what you're doing. We get to see if there is any any remedies that we need to give you. We'll give you that one. So thank you, and we appreciate you watching. Thank you.